Hello guys, we can start. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Marcin Misevic. Some of you can know me from the Positivity Corner group, but if you don't, do not worry. I want to talk on this channel about my passion, which is self-development, and I want to share with you things that I believe are very important and crucial for our growth and our happiness. So I hope I will provide lots of value, but you are the person who will decide. Let's get started. I decided to do the presentations. I think that would be the easiest way for me to do it. And I think that with presentations, you can see it in a bit better way rather than just me talking all the time. So today I want to talk about gratitude because I believe it's very easy, yet very powerful tool for you to be more happier, be more joyful, as it's in descriptions. In my opinion, is the easiest way to happiness, or being more joyful, or being more happy. This is very simple, yet many people do not appreciate it, or do not realize it, or neglect it, or it's too obvious and too easy to implement it into your life. And I really encourage you to watch this presentation and have your own opinion after what I speak to you and why I believe it's important. You have your own opinion. Do you want to do a challenge? Do you want to try it or not? So first of all, we have a picture here of glass half empty and half full. And I'm not going to talk about now, are you positive or negative person? Are you realistic or whatever? I'm not going to tell you and which type of person are you, because that's not the point. The point is, our brain is wired to focus on the things that we do not have, focus on negativities. And gratitude is the easiest exercise you can do every single day, very simple, very fast, that you can change your perspective. So it's like a perspective switch from what you don't have to what you do have, because you always want more, and there will be always person, I don't know, somewhere else, which have more money, better body, better relationship, overall have the things that you want to have. So especially now with the whole social media, Instagram, Facebook, you can see all those photos and pictures of people who are better, who are in a different state than you are, and you won't like to be in that state. Is it money or mind? Doesn't really matter. So gratitude, change your perspective from what you do not have to what you do have. And once you do it, this when the emotions get changed, because when you focus on the things you can't have, you don't have, not you can't, you don't, then you're unhappy, right? Like, what kind of emotions you can get from like looking at things you don't have? Being upset, angry, jealous, right? So if you switch this perspective and you focus on what you don't do have, appreciate things, then when the game starts and you're feeling completely different emotions, you're grateful, you're happy, or happier, or more joyful. So I want to talk about 3 different traps that your brain is putting you, and you probably know about them. You might not realize them, but for sure you forget about them all the time. Number 1, our brain always wants more. That's obvious. This is how we have been wired. And it's important to understand this is not your fault that you always want more. You're not greedy. You're not weird or whatever. This is how your brain has been wired. We are adaptive creatures. We want change. We want more. We want. If you wouldn't have those emotions, if you wouldn't have those thoughts of wanting more and desires of having different stuff, we wouldn't progress as a species as much as we did. So that's a huge and very important survival mechanism. So for me, the easiest example to give you is when you're a child. Not when you're very, very small child, because when you're a small child, you like open book, you just learn the new memories and experience, and so on. But once, let's say you are in a primary school, and then you see your sister going to middle school or high school, whatever you call it. And then you look at her and say like, oh, I wish I could be in high school. She's so cool, right? And then you focus on what you don't have, what you can't have. And you become a bit unhappy, right? Or at least at this present moment, you're not fully happy. So then you move on and you're in high school. So you look at your sister again. or your friends, or I don't know, mom's friends, whatever, and you see that people are in university right now, and you say like, you know what, they're so cool, right? They drink, they smoke, they go, they do whatever they want, they are independent. Oh, if I only be in the university, I'll be so happy. And we go on, right? Now you're at the university, here we go. You want to go to work because you want to be independent. Maybe you want to move out from your family house. Maybe you want to buy a house. It doesn't really matter what do you want, but the point is you want more. Same with when you progress, when you're 20, let's say, you want to buy a house, you want to buy a car. Once you buy a car, you bought a house, you want to have a family, then you want to have a kid, then you want to have this and that, and it will always be growing and growing and growing, and you'll never be fully satisfied and happy. If you don't believe me, I dare you to buy a new phone or buy something which is important to you. I guarantee you, couple of days, maybe weeks, months, sometimes in extreme examples, years. But sooner or later, you will be unhappy because the new things that you have or had will become your norm, and you want more, and you want something different, and you want change. So once you realize it's not you that you're greedy, it's wired deep inside your brain that you want more. Once you realize that, and you be more aware of these emotions and feelings, that's when you can start to work with it. Number two, you're wired to see negatives. Our brain is wired to protect us from danger, because again, your primary function of the brain is to keep you alive and produce more. But let's say at number one core function is to keep you alive no matter what. So of course, dangerous things and new things could potentially harm you. It doesn't have to be necessarily a physical way, because before, your brain tell you, sit in cave, do not go out. There might be dangerous animals and blah. Now it's different. Now it's how other people, because in our society, we do not have physical harm, not as much, at least. So now we do have more mental and mind games. So we are caring what other people thinks, and other people's opinion is very important to us. So like on this example, in the picture, it's like, what now? You're going to look really tired in the morning, therefore you will look awful, therefore people will say that you're ugly or whatever, and that's how your mind will play with you. And once you realize, again, it is not that you are negative, it's not that you are I don't know, bad person, it's just this is how your brain will trick you. It will be easier for you to work with it, especially actually I'll talk about it a bit later. Next point, taking things for granted, guys. We are all healthy, well, feeling good, but remember the time when you was young, or maybe that was earlier, when there's something in your eye, and there's like a sand or I don't know, dust, whatever it is in your eye, and you're like, I can't take it out from my eye, Jesus Christ. And all your focus and all your attention is on this one point, get out, you, right? So this is the easiest way how our brain take things for granted, and how we do take things for granted. We don't even like appreciate that we have eyes which we can see and they're healthy, right? But once you feel pain, something's wrong, then you're like, oh, something's wrong here. I wish it would be normal. The same thing is in life. When this is very common problems for couples, for people. There's a relationship, is a man or a woman, doesn't really matter. They take things for granted. They take this woman, they take this man as norm. You believe that this person will be here forever. Therefore, you stop caring and stop doing things for this person, and just you believe it's going to be forever this way. And then you suddenly wake up next day and you're like, wait, whoa, why do you leave me? Whoa, you don't love me, what do you mean? So taking things for granted, maybe that's your friends, maybe that's your family. Make sure that you appreciate them, because with appreciation comes good feelings. Now, I will talk about positives that science by Dr. Robert Emmons. What he discovered, that gratitude that you do daily as an exercise, what it gives you. The three things, in my opinion, are the most important. Of course, depends on where you are. You might find some other aspects more important to you. But let's talk briefly through them. Help you to celebrate the present. Constantly, we are in past or in the future. You know it when you walk. You don't see people, you don't see things. You're just on your phone or in your mind thinking about your next exam, your next work, your partner, your friends, what somebody did to you in the morning, how awful this day is, and you're caught up in your head. Being grateful help you to be more in the present moment, and the present moment is all we have. There's not such thing as a future or past. It doesn't exist. It's only a moment. The only way how we see the past or the future is because of our brain. Once your memory get wiped out, you can't have a past, can you? So the past is only in your head, and everyone has different pasts. So focusing on your own moment, on the present moment, is teach you how to be more, be able to be more in the present, which is able to enjoy and feeling the emotion that you want to feel right now. It lowers stress and anxiety and depression. Very easy and very helpful. Very helpful. Of course, there are different level of depression and anxiety. So it's not like you will start to do it and you will see, oh, it's gone now. I'm happy and fully amazing. But definitely, it will lower it and it will make you feel happier. Again, point number 5, feeling more in control. Lots of people have a problem with feeling in control. They feel like life happened to them. They have no choice, and it's very important to understand that you do have a choice. It helps you to feel more happier and joyful, and that's very highly correlated with being able to enjoy the present moment. Because overall, when you walk and you're talking on the phone and you talking all the time, you pass nice trees, nice views. You might not even see it because you're so caught up in the conversation or in your own head, rather than just walk and enjoy the trees, the sun, the wind, whatever. It helps you to overcome the fears. It boosts your confidence. It helps with your personal growth, your self-acceptance. It helps you to develop the faith, and that's very important. Some people do not have a faith, like in themselves, faith that the life will be better and it will all be all right. So by accumulate more evidence, the thing that you're grateful for, you slowly build a faith that everything's going to be all right and everything it's sought out itself. It will help you to find peace, of course, because you can't find peace looking for what you don't have or somewhere else. The peace, it comes from inside, isn't it? You have more satisfaction in life because overall, if you appreciate things, it will generate the emotion that you want to feel in life. I mean, I assume that every one of us want to feel happy, joyful, pleasant, and so on. You don't want to feel stressed, negative, jealous all the time, do you? It definitely helps you with the quality of your sleep. It's help you with, like this written here, a lower level of cellular inflammation. Basically, it helps you with your health. I'm not going to talk about it now, but mind is highly correlated with your body and body with your mind. And sometimes your own thoughts and your own head can make you sick, basically. But we'll talk about it another time. But very important at the end, it helps you to develop patience, humility, and wisdom. That's what science says. Take it or not, believe it or not, but I really fully believe that if those benefits are not talking to you, you not see why you should do it, I can't help you, sorry. In my opinion, those benefits are so huge, you cannot ignore them. And spending literally 1 or 2 minutes every day to do it is nothing compared to the results you'll get. So how to sort it out and how to make sure that you are doing this exercise on a daily basis. So one of the ways how you can do it is doing the Gratefulness Journal. It's document the thing that you're grateful for. Why? Because after a few weeks, months, maybe years, you'll have so much things, and you build your evidence that you're happy and grateful for. Therefore, you change your not only perspective, but it change your identity even sometimes, because you have so much evidence that you are, that you are grateful for things that you have, that grateful for things you have, that you're full of happiness, you feel of joy. Because imagine this: when you start, it's like that, but when you build over years, that's this amount of reasons why you was grateful and happy. But very important. So every single day, ask yourself, what are the 3 things that you're grateful for today? You might do it in the evening. If you do it in the morning, you can do it from the previous day. But it's very important, guys, very important to be very specific about this day. Make it as personal and detailed as you can, and feel the emotions, because by feeling the emotions, you basically change your neuroplasticity in your brain. Now, on the left side, you have examples. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to have this body. Those kind of statements, in my opinion, are not sufficient. They're not enough. It has to be as detailed, as specific, and personal as you can, as you possibly can. Because if you say, oh, I'm happy I'm alive, I'm happy I have eyes, I'm happy I have friends, how many of those examples you can possibly get? 100 and you're gone. What else can you be happy for? But if you're very specific to this moment, for example, the example I gave before, I'm grateful that my friends support me by listening when I was down, crying over the phone. So I'm really grateful for Mark, Jenny, Abraham, whatever, for this specific situation. Then you build more evidence, and you can basically you as well learning how to look for those things. If you don't have habits, build habit, and you don't even see like, oh, what can I possibly be grateful for? I'm 100% sure if you will just think about it a moment, you will know. Do it for 30 days, 50 days, 90 days, whatever you want, and I guarantee that you will see the results with the energy that you have in your body, with the positive emotion that you feel throughout the day, and overall you'll be feeling happier. But if this is something that it doesn't really talk to you, maybe it's something you don't want to do. Okay, it's your choice. I'm not going to force you. However, there's the other thing you can do, which is grateful or gratitude letter. It can be gratitude letter to your friends. It can be gratitude letter to your partner. Again, don't take things for granted. It could be gratitude letter for your mom, family, maybe your coworker, maybe your boss. It doesn't really matter who it is. And it doesn't have to be a physical letter. It is not the point. It might be electronic message. It might be a video. It might be sending voice message. It doesn't really matter what it is. But as long as you will start to appreciate people on daily basis, you will see how your life will change. Because I guess everyone likes to be appreciated. And imagine you get the letter like that, dear Amy, whatever. I know that we're not meeting often these days, as we both busy in our work. However, I always consider you to be my best friend, and wanted to thank you for being for my ups and downs. If you would receive that kind of letter, how would you feel? Instantly feeling good. And because the other person would feel good, what kind of emotions this person would feel to you? I guess that would be good emotions, right? So if you build this relationship with other people and appreciate them for why they're here in your life, they will be more willing to give you more happiness, more love, more emotions, and your bonds will increase. It doesn't cost you anything, like what, a bit of time to write it down, and here you go. Of course, it's just an example. And the last slide, and the last thing I want to tell is the easiest way to train gratitude as well is just being in the present moment, to focus on your senses. So when you walk, right? And I said, tell you, focus on the present moment, and you're like, okay, what the hell you want me to do? Just focus on your senses. Imagine yourself, you are in this picture. Imagine you walking through the fields. Some of you will say probably like, oh, it's touching me. But most of the times you will say like, geez, what a beautiful view. The sun is so nice on my skin. I feel connected to the nature. I feel good about the situation. And if you would be in this person in the picture, you would feel good. So if you do not know how to focus on the present moment, just focus on your senses. What do you smell? What do you see? What do you feel? And so on. So guys, what you're going to do right now is completely up to you. By the end of each video, I will be always asking for support because this is my first video and I'll be doing it more often. However, if you give me subscribe, like button, and all those kind of stuff, of course, it will help me out to not necessarily build my ego, say like, oh yeah, a lot more people love me. But what I want is there's an algorithm in YouTube. More likes and more subscribers you have and more attentions you have below, that's when the YouTube show this video to more people, and that's what I want. I want people to have those informations and just get more benefits from it. So if you can, not only give me subscribe and like button, but comment in the description below. What do you like, what you don't like, and maybe try to do it for 30 days and see how it works for you. So who knows, maybe after 30 days, you will write me a full description of how it changed your life, hopefully. Anyway, guys, that will be it for today. Thank you for being with me, and I guess I'll see you next time, right?